Is Dr. KANYORO Patrick. I am the chairman of the Kenya Chamber of Mines. And as the key advocacy body, we want to make a very passionate appeal to His Excellency, the President, to work with us in the sector so that we can provide some solutions to some of the issues that the nation is facing. We have no doubt at all that our sector is able to raise the GDP from the 1% that is currently contributing to well over 10%. And therein lies the opportunity for us to create more jobs and to create wealth for the people who are in mining. As an industry, we are concerned that industry is at its lowest. It is at its lowest because the voice of the miner, the voice of the player in the industry is not being heard. And we want to make an appeal that we get an opportunity to engage with you, His Excellency, so that then we can look at the issues that are making this industry not make its contribution to the nation. We are particularly concerned that licenses, whether we're talking about prospecting licenses, dealer licenses, mining licenses, and permits, have not been issued. We are now in the middle of the year. This is July. And Kenyans who are interested in doing this business still do not have licenses. We have a concern because for us from where we sit, that is a missed opportunity for the government to generate revenue because we want to pay for the licenses, but we are not being issued with the same. We also want to make a very passionate appeal to His Excellency to consider the transition. There was a Gazette notice last year that put in a list of about 14 strategic minerals. We are concerned first that that list is not professional in its formulation because we see some gaps. For example, you cannot talk about rare earth elements and talk about niobium. You cannot talk about coltan and talk about tantrum. So we are asking that we do these things keeping in mind that there are people currently doing the activities. There are people today who are mining beryllium. There are people today who are mining copper. There are people today who are mining savorite, especially savorite from Taita Taveta. And all we are asking is, His Excellency, what is the possibility that you can suspend this Gazette notice so that then there is an element of honest conversations where the miners and the policymaker are able to engage for the benefit of all. We also want to raise the matter of movement permits. We are suffering as industry because there is now a movement permit introduced. In our considered opinion, again, that is a process taken for administrative reasons without asking us as the stakeholders what it means. And this is being used discriminatory, where some of us have done our work. We are now completely unable to move our minerals because then we need a movement permit. We are seeking your action, Your Excellency, that this kind of ad hoc policies are dropped with immediate effect so that then we can have more activity in country where people are buying and selling minerals within the country. We arrive to the fact that when we export, we need to pay royalties and that will generate revenue for the government. Having talked about the strategic minerals, Your Excellency, we are also concerned that the drums are beating from different levels. We have the State Department of Mining, we have NAMICO, the National Mining Corporation, we have the Mineral Rights Board. In our considered opinion, all these people are being paid by taxpayers' money, and as industry, our expectation is that their business is to serve us. We note, with maximum disappointment that there seems to be a conflict and these government bodies are not working together, and therefore that has killed our industry. We are appealing to you, His Excellency, that you make a point of getting these sorted. We also have an issue from Kilifi, talk about Kitui, talk about Homa Bay, talk about all the iron ore producing, including Taita Taveta. Countries in this country, we are producing iron ore. We cannot, and we have not been able to export. Previously, we used to earn at least $8 million from royalties. Now, for the last 2 years, government has not earned any revenue. Why? Because there's a ban that was slapped of $175 per ton. Your Excellency, we have no doubt that this is something that can be done so that the Kenyans who are in ASM, people working, toiling every day to earn a livelihood, to pay school fees for their young ones, to pay their hospital bills, to put food on the table, can at least earn some income. So that then we are able not only to earn that income, but also contribute to royalties, which for the last 2 years have not been paid at all. And finally, Your Excellency, we know that obviously the issue of the amendment bill is an issue with Parliament. But we also know that when you want something done, it can be done. We are making a very passionate appeal that we get the Mineral Rights Authority, which is contained in that bill, and the Mineral Rights Tribunal. What is the import of this? When we want to attract domestic and foreign investments, there needs to be some certainty, there needs to be some predictability in the industry. Unless we have these laws that will help the domestic investors and the foreign investors to see sense in coming into this industry, then we are going to lose an opportunity. And I want to add by saying this, that Your Excellency, we are privileged to have a good geology in this. We are properly located, geologically speaking, geographically speaking, we have a good location. We have very talented and well-trained human resource. We are losing opportunities to employ our youth. And these opportunities are going to our neighboring countries in the EAC and in this region of Africa. Why? Just because we have not taken charge to drive policy and have business-friendly policies. We want to appeal, Your Excellency, that we would want to have an opportunity with you so that then we can hear you out, because we also know that you have a vision for this sector. Would be happy to hear you out, would be happy to have an engagement with you, tell you what it is as practitioners, what may be practical, and we find a medium ground so that then together we can move this sector and move this economy. Thank you.